Greetings, family, and welcome back to Raising the Vibe. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, and truthfully, it'll probably be quite a while longer before I get back to them because I'm still trying to share the footage that I took in the Gambia. But this topic of police murders of Blacks is so timely and so concerning that I felt it's important to just do a quick video on this topic. Now, those of you who watch the podcast that I co-host, which is called Parenting Young Adults with Kim and Tora, you know that in the last couple of episodes, I have suggested that we really don't need police in the United States anymore. And for those of you who don't watch the podcast, the reason I've taken that position is that every time we see a Black person encounter the police on a recorded video these days, it involves the Black person being shot, choked out until they're dead, kneed in the neck until they're dead, grabbed by their locks and pulled out of a car. Even if they're a 66-year-old librarian, they are slamming us to the ground, punching us, kicking us. And the police are funded with taxpayer dollars. That means that we are actually paying them to treat us like that. And in my opinion, that's a function we simply don't need anymore. And interestingly enough, recently I had to go to the city of Baltimore to conduct some business. And Baltimore is the city where Freddie Gray was murdered after being arrested by the police and while he was in police custody. And clearly, somebody or some group of people in Baltimore agree with me that the police are no longer necessary because I saw graffiti that said, "Abolish police." Take a look at it. And so I think it's important for us to come up with some alternatives to the way policing is done in the U.S. now. And what I'm thinking is perhaps we can have some community service officers or community safety officers who perhaps are trained in the martial arts. Maybe they have tasers, maybe even a canine. We need to figure out something different because what's going on in America now is not working and we need to stop it immediately. And in my mind, part of the reason we no longer need police obviously is because they're murdering Black folks at every turn, but it's also because they started out as slave patrols. And so that is inherent in the way policing is done in America. So the goal is to come up with alternatives that allow us to continue to have the function of monitoring and patrolling our neighborhood without subjecting us to the likelihood of being murdered at the drop of a hat, at every turn, every day, everywhere, and under every circumstance. If you have any ideas, drop them in the comments below and let's start a conversation and try to come up with some practical and workable alternatives. I look forward to hearing your views and I'll see you next time. Peace and love and light, family.